Hi. Nobody will understand the struggle. Do you wear AirPods?
I wear Power Beats Power or something.
Oh, because when you go live, so I always have up both of our channels just so I can like make sure it connects or whatever. But what happens is since we're behind, it's like I hear it beeping because I see it, but then I start to get it on the channels and then everything starts to go crazy. Oh my God, there goes the hair. Oh. So yeah, so there's that. So how are you, Rawhide?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great. Just sitting here watch you flex on these ladies out here pulling on your hair like that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't even
Really?
mad at
Really? Really? You trying to
it.
we're 1 minute in and you're trying to pit me against other women.
No, I'm just saying.
Just
I'm just saying. I'm
this is
just saying.
terrible.
I'm
You
just
know what?
saying. I'm
Well,
just
the good news
saying.
is I have some concepts of a plan of how I'm going to fix it. And since people like people that have concepts of plans, then they'll probably like that. So the other thing I was going to ask you, we didn't talk about before. How's the weather there? Is it cooler? Are you still experiencing?
It's
Because
hot.
it got hot.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot. Yeah, it's hot.
I was like, it's
Yeah,
our
it's hot.
fault because we're over here bragging. We're like, oh, it's so cool. It's so
Yeah,
cool. And then I'm like,
yeah,
this ain't it. This
yeah,
is
it's
not
hot.
it.
Yeah, yeah. I just got
So
out the
bef-
shower and sweating. Just as soon as I got out the shower, sweating again. Yeah, it's can't even, can't even dry off. Just sweating.
just letting it all hang out, huh?
I tell you, it's crazy, man. It's just
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Do you dry your back off? Are you one of those that like gets out of the shower and like dries the front of your body and then you leave your back wet? Or do you take the towel and like dry your back? You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I am surprised right now.
You'd be very surprised.
Yeah, I dried my entire body off. I didn't know that was
Okay.
an option.
Yeah.
So to
Yeah.
not dry your back off is an option.
Some people have a wet back. Not the derogatory term, but an actual.
All right. Okay.
That went
And
south very fast.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that
That is,
alone.
that is so funny.
Uh,
So I was.
like,
Oh my
right.
gosh. All right. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's going to be fine. So we are.
Wow.
Have you already went to go vote?
No, I hadn't. I just realized that the poll was open a couple days ago, but no, I hadn't.
Okay. Did you
No, I
check your
hadn't.
ballot? You know who you're voting for. You checked
Oh
all the.
yeah, oh
You
yeah,
checked
oh
all
yeah.
the
You already
amendments.
know. You already know. I'm a black man, so you already know what I'm voting for. So that you don't even know why that's a question. That ain't even no question.
Actually hate you. Actually, positively hate you.
I'm just
So
saying.
I, I know. I know. Okay. I also think that I feel like when we do this, you're almost testing me a little bit because like I'm like, what I really want to say, what I'm actually gonna say, what I'm actually gonna do is all different here. So there's that. So we are here for another week of football, a lot of matchups. I have no clue who you're picking, by the way. So that's a fail. And you have no clue who I'm picking. So how many teams do you have? How many NFL? How many college?
I have two college, one NFL, or I could have two NFL and one college. It's up to you.
Okay. So I have two. So I have two college, two NFL. So it'll be interesting to see like what other one we have to pick. So I love that. So I think everybody can hear us. Yeah, I believe everybody can hear us. If you can't hear us at this point, you missed a hell of a lot because we had a lot going on. Oh my gosh. I am having issues with my hair. So just leave me alone. It's getting on my nerves. It's moving. It's invading my space. So if you see me like overly touching my hair, just know it's yeah. So I need my braider to text me back immediately. This is unacceptable. But anyways, so everything's fine. Everything's fine. So before we start though, I need you to tell me about joining the Discord. What happens in the Discord? How do I become a member? I'm giving you time. You're welcome. I do want to say that since it's been more than a month since you first announced it, a lot of people's memberships are falling off if you didn't do like the auto renew. So if you're a person that like wakes up or at some point at like 7 p.m. randomly, you're like, I don't have access to the Discord. I don't have access to the Discord. Nobody is kicking you out. You just have to renew to make sure that you stay in the Discord. So stop laughing. So I'm just saying that if you're one of those people that wakes up and look at your app and you're like, where did all the people go? It's because you have to renew. So therefore it will kick you out. So having said that, let me hear your thought. Oh, wait. Rose said, is Old School still, has nobody
No,
helped him with the Discord?
yeah, he don't have anybody to help him.
Why don't y'all help him when y'all are on
How?
live?
I don't know how to help him through live.
Okay. We'll talk about that later. But anyways,
All
so
right.
like y'all
Okay.
on the call with him and y'all can't help him? How does he join live? Does he join live through his phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So no one's ever told him like, hey, if you go to the app store, you can download the app. No one ever gave him that instruction.
Man, is he even gonna know how to do? We'll talk about
That's
it.
why you talk. This is content. What are you doing? Old school. If you're listening, find me 11,000 votes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we should be able to help him online.
Yeah. He said
Yeah.
he was like saying that he doesn't, even the young people around him, they ain't helping him. So I don't
Okay.
know.
So Old School, if you watch this or whatever, first we got to do is figure out what kind of phone you have. So if we figure out what kind of phone he has, we can probably figure some things out. So, leave it to a woman to take care of this, but whatever, go ahead, do your thing. Also, if you're not registered to vote and you're listening to this, if you're listening to this live, if you're listening to this on the playback and you are not registered to vote, see if you can get registered to vote. In a lot of states, it's not too late. So just throwing that out there. Go ahead, Rawhide. Send it over to you.
Oh, well, anyway, so as you mentioned, right, getting into Discord, hey, that's where it's all happening. Now, granted, I will admit it can get annoying, but that's neither here nor there. But when you have a whole lot of people, right? People have different type of characters and different type of thought processes and how they view things. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But if you want to get into this Discord, this is the thing. There is a prerequisite. I mean, there is a prerequisite
No,
of
you
getting into the Discord. What that is that you have to become a member. You have to become a member. So what you do is, hey, it ain't nothing but love, Solid, bro. Just come on, bro. This ain't nothing but love, bro. It ain't nothing but love, bro. You ought to change, Solid. You ought to change. But anyway, so golly, that's crazy. Yeah, you done threw me off. But there's a prerequisite. Now I can't even say it. I feel your pain. Solid. I can't even get it out either, bro. It's all good. But anyway, there is a requirement that has to happen first, and that is that you have to hit the join the member over here at Rawhide. Then that will give you access of joining the Discord. So if y'all would, man, come on over here and kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? You come on over here and kick it with us, man. You'll have a good time. You'll get more of that. You'll get more of you'll get more of that prerequisite content if y'all come on over and have a good time, man. And shout out to Solid for being a good sport, bro. Because hey, I'm right there with you, Solid. I'm right there with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Solid.
Say his name. Stop saying his name. No, a lot of people probably don't know you.
Oh, my bad. No, he famous though. Solid kind of famous. Hey, mad love. Ain't nothing but love though. Ain't nothing but love.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
I cannot. Oh my gosh. My cheeks hurt, everything. I feel red. I'm crying. Okay. All right. I wasn't expecting it so soon. I wasn't expecting it so soon. So all right. Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
Solid's famous. No, I gotta give him his credit though. He's a good sport. A lot of these dudes, when we, you know what I'm saying, we just having good fun. We just ingest. They get their panties in the wad. They don't want to mess with us no more. But Solid ain't like that. He a real one. You're a real one, so I
Oh
appreciate it,
my
Solid.
gosh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. All right. So now that we're back, I can't promise I won't just randomly bust out laughing because that caught me off guard. I'm having a hair problem. It's flying everywhere. It's, you know what? This is a lot. So shout out to Solid. It is what it is, bro. It just is what it is.
It is what it is, man. It is what it
Thank
is.
you. Because you have made me laugh now for, I don't even know when that was, but I feel like I've been laughing ever since. So everybody needs that.
Yeah, for sure.
So look at Rose.
Keys it.
The best, can I just say something? The best part is everybody was like, huh? Like, what?
Yeah, he threw me all the way off. I was like, I don't even know what that means. I was like, hey, which is look, I don't even try to fake the funk on the nasty dunk. If I don't know somebody, I don't know. I thought he went deep. And found some stuff I had never heard before. I was just like, I'm not gonna attack that one, so I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna keep it moving.
I just can't. Oh my gosh, so funny.
Yeah.
Hi everybody coming in. Rawhide is being unruly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of words I can't say too. So I understand, like, things happen. You can't always spit it out. You think you know it. You can't say it. And then you get caught being like, blah, blah. It's okay. I got it. Most people can't even read. So you know what? You try.
That is true.
That
is true.
Most people don't know how to add with negative numbers. You know, everybody kind of has a thing.
That's true.
So it's okay. It's totally okay. So anyway, so now that we're here, we're already off topic, which is totally normal for this show because at this point, I don't even know what this show is about anymore. It's just about coming up, shooting shit, talking football, and filling in the blanks. That's kind of where we're at. So there's a couple of things that have come up that I wanted to talk about because I think it's kind of important. And I just want to say the first thing is crowd favorite. Jameis Winston is starting in week 8, everybody. Round of applause for Jameis Winston, everyone. Round of applause. Nobody gives a damn about the Cleveland Browns, but we all love us some Jameis Winston. So shout out to Jameis Winston getting his start, getting his whatever. Like, kudos to you, Jameis. We are happy to see you. Please continue to make us laugh. Please continue. Don't listen to the coaches because that is comedy. We love it. And we love you for it, Jameis. And the Browns are terrible. So do whatever you need to do. We will be behind you every step of the way. So I am very excited for Jameis Winston to do this. So now Solid is now mad at me. Something you said.
There you go. See, I don't even know what that means. I don't know what y'all talking about on that one. I don't know the context behind none of that.
How was it my fault?
I don't know. You and Solid, y'all got that little competitive relationship. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about it.
Well, apparently it's not just Solid. I'm like, you people, like, come on. Like, just let it go. It's really not that serious. I'm not that serious, quite frankly. But anyways, shout out to Jameis Winston. And you know what? I hope he does things that we all just want to see. You know, I just hope he does some crazy things because I like a good old Jameis Winston video. Did you see his press conference after the game where he looked like, I don't even know what he looked like, but it was just comedy. If you don't enjoy Jameis Winston, you are miserable in life.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So, yeah, you're right. I agree with that.
Yeah. Bill, like, does he make you laugh? Like, what do you think about Jameis Winston?
Hey, I love Jameis Winston. Sometimes I think he get a little too much criticism, and I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think he's a great backup. He should have been better than that, but you know what I'm saying, with that offense that old boy was running there, just slanging it all over the football field. James took a lot of hits on that, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm good with it. I like James.
What it is. It is what it is.
And
so the other thing.
Go ahead. And I think that when he tore his knee up on that bad tackle when he had first got to New Orleans, I think if that hadn't occurred, then he'd be a actual starter right now. I think that set him back.
I like Jameis and like, how do you? Yeah, Jameis. like I feel like people like him just don't come around often, and when they come around, just enjoy them. Like just laugh, enjoy them. Don't take them so seriously. Just like let them be them. It's way more fun that way. So that's that. The other thing is too is I know a lot of people think that all we do is talk about the SEC and we have SEC like all these things, right? Because for some reason people don't understand that SEC comes with privileges. For some people don't understand that everybody thinks the SEC is the best of football. For some reason, every time you get told that even in the rankings they think the SEC is the best thing in football, people still get mad when we say they're the best thing in football. But you know what? Whatever. Let me just bring up something that I know is going to frustrate a lot of people. What the hell do you think they will do if the season ends this way and all of these SEC teams only have 2 losses? All of them. What do you think they're going to do?
They're gonna lose their mind because that's gonna kick out a whole lot of teams in other conferences that has played well and that has the same record, but they deservedly so need to be kicked out. I'll just calm down the middle. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I saw this on Twitter today and I thought, like, what is this guy even talking about? But then as you look at it, because of where the schedules are, because of who's already lost, because of how things are shaping up, you're like, what if everybody in the SEC only has 2 conference losses and they're all to each other, but nobody else can beat them? What do you do?
Put them all in.
Can you imagine? So we'll get these 9 teams, and then we'll get Ohio State, Oregon, and whatever Penn State decides to do. If they decide, whoever the other team is, well, that's who we'll get in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, oh no, you know what's sad? Somebody has to get an automatic bid. One of the other conferences,
Yeah,
so we'll get
it's
like a
unfortunate.
random.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, I only bring that up because I know a lot of you get very triggered when we talk about SEC this way. So I'm being very petty by bringing this up right now. So I just wanted to show you all that there's a possibility. So there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of good matchups this week. So just, keep an eye out. So don't, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, you're 100% right. But let's be honest about it. I mean, they should. Come on now.
I mean, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, when you playing 2 or 3 potential national champion teams, and you just so happen to lose and y'all beat up on each other, I'm like, it's only fair that everybody makes it. I mean, why would you if Bama straighten the ship out, right? Why would you kick Bama, Georgia, Ole Miss, LSU, Tennessee, Texas, A&M, and Missouri out when they are the best of the best? I get it. The numbers are not going to the math ain't mathing with that, but I think they should get maximum amount of entries if most of them end up with 2 losses.
It's simple.
Yeah.
But, and that's why I'm like, that's why people want to go to the SEC. You want the privileges.
Right, exactly.
That's the name of the game. Exactly. So I just wanted to bring that up. And then the last thing before we start with our games, who at this time do you think is the worst division in the NFL?
I think it was whichever one that the Panthers in. Is that NFC South?
NFC South, yeah.
Yeah, NFC South is worse.
Okay.
Quarterback, quarterback. Panthers 1-6. New Orleans Saints just lost their starting quarterback a couple weeks ago. They're sorry. And then who else we got? You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're average, and you got the Falcons. That's probably better than what they are. Their record is because they're 4-3, and I don't even think they're 4-3 good.
I think the thing I love about the NFL though is like you can be 2-5 or 3-4 and still have a chance. Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen in college. Like there's you could, okay, let's be real. Carolina probably doesn't have a chance. They don't count. Okay. But a lot of teams that are they've lost 4 games already, or maybe even lost 5 games, depending on the division. They're not out of it because there's so many games to be played. And so that's what makes this interesting is there's so many things going on. So anyways, let's get into our games. You want me to go first? You want to go first? I think last week I went first. So it's on you. Who you got first?
You didn't answer your own question though.
Oh, who do I think it's them by far. It's not even close.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they they are doing exactly what I said they were going to do in January, and that's why I picked the Falcons, because I think they're the most sustainable team. It doesn't mean they're good. It just means that when you look at everybody else, they have a little bit more stability. And yeah, they have a new coach, but like their players, if you do player for player and things like that, like they have better players than a lot of these other teams. And especially now with the Bucks, they lost like what? They lost Evans, they lost Goodwin. I feel like they're just dropping like flies.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's unfortunate. One more question before you jump on that. Who do you think the best team in the NFL?
the best team in the NFL?
Yeah.
Well, you have to go with Kansas City Chiefs.
I got you. Okay.
Only because they find ways to win.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you a team that I've kind of enjoyed more than I thought I would enjoy. And if they make a trade, I think they will be really good, is the Detroit Lions. Like something about Detroit, I feel like Jared Goff now knows he's a game manager and he's okay with it. And I think once your quarterback realizes, as long as I don't cost my team the games, and as long as I'm here and I'm a leader and I'm strong and I'm good, I like them. That injury though worries me because I feel like that D line now, like they need to get somebody in there. I don't know if they will, but I will be honest. I like an aggressive coach, and that coach is going to roll. Like I love that because I think your team takes that, and you can't teach it. That's just grit, heart, and all those things. And I love him for that. So I could argue for the Lions, but I'm not gonna do that. But they're there.
All right, last thing, then we can get into it. Just one more thing. I'll speed my takes up. Okay. Is the New York fan base now believing me that Daniel Jones is not good?
Well, there's a couple of them in here. So if you are here, I won't call you out because I don't believe in that. So for the couple of New York fans, let me be very clear. The New York Giant fans that are currently in the chat, you know who you are. How are you feeling about Daniel Jones?
Yeah,
just let us know.
I will never, ever forget the Daniel Jones defense. That blew my mind. That just blew my mind. I was like,
yeah,
for real.
yeah,
that was great. Anyway, I just want to.
So who do you think is the best team right now?
Oh, it's Baltimore.
Because they realized they had Derrick Henry.
Yeah, they realized they had Derrick Henry. Yeah, they realized they had Derrick Henry.
The thing, my issue with Baltimore is I just don't trust them. Because it's like, we do this, we get into this thing, and then when I start to think they got something, it just doesn't quite, we just don't quite do it. So I'm like, but yeah, I mean, Derrick Henry is the neutralizer. So this is what I'm going to say this, and oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud because I'm going to agree with you. The problem, though, is if we're in a close game and you have to depend on a quarterback to make a throw, are you going to say, I trust Lamar Jackson to make that throw over Patrick Mahomes or
not.
Other guys?
Absolutely not.
And that's my issue. Now, if you tell me you have to get a first down and he can scramble and whatever, cool, give it to him. It's the Ravens every day of the week. But it's like, there's these little things I see Lamar do. And this is kind of whatever, but I call this the difference between like watching football and like understanding football. If you watch an entire game of Lamar Jackson, there are moments where you will be like, what the fuck was that, Lamar?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was that, bro?
He has a lot of brain farts sometimes.
What was that? Like, just don't do that. And it happens. And so in a big game, I'm like, why would he not do that? He does it in every other game. So
I'm gonna stick to it. I think I've said it before, and I know we off topic.
Go figure.
Baltimore. At
least I'm not being called the villain.
Yeah. Look, that y'all weird on that. I can't figure that out. I guess I'm gonna have to get y'all. I want to get y'all on the panel one day, just you and him, and have a good conversation. But neither here nor there. I'm just saying.
Where are the Giants fans though? What do y'all think about Daniel Jones? Like, where y'all at?
They hide. I got to go on the other show that I went in and watched, and I gotta watch it again and see what they're saying about that.
See what they're saying.
Yeah, see what they're saying. But anyway, I just think uh, Kansas City need to play Buffalo, and Buffalo beat them. If that happens, then Baltimore can make it to the Super Bowl. I just don't think they can. I don't think Baltimore can beat Kansas City. But see, I
Yeah.
don't necessarily believe. But see, I also don't agree with who you match up bad with is matters to who's the best team that's currently playing. So
Oh,
if
100%.
so I just that's why I say Baltimore. But yeah, I'd agree that Kansas City will probably beat them. But if Baltimore can just if it lines up where somebody else beats Kansas City, Baltimore going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, and or it's like, or if like Patrick Mahomes does something that he doesn't normally do, or false start happens, or somebody's holding, or somebody gets hurt, right? There's all of these situations, but I think Kansas, I don't think anybody can beat Kansas City. I think something's going to happen for the team to beat them, if that makes sense. Someone's going to have an
Cincinnati?
off day. Have you? I don't know. They don't.
I'm
Look
not talking
great.
because they're bad now. I'm just saying just overall. But
Maybe, but that's what has to happen, right? Is like you have to have one of the better games that you've had, but then the team you're playing also has to do some things where you're like, did he just do that?
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
or left tackle goes down, and now you're
Mhm.
like, uh-oh, like it
Mhm.
resets everything. So I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, to me, I feel like the NFL just got started. We're about halfway through. Everybody kind of knows what they have. Trades are happening. Everyone's kind of figuring out where you're falling. If you can stop the run, you know you can. If you're okay, you kind of know you're okay, and there's time for you to go get what you're good at. If you've tried some things, you've tried the guys, your practice squad players are like, it's like the season has just started now, because now bye weeks, halfway points, it's like it's starting. So
Mhm.
that I love it. It's like as soon as college, can you believe there's only 5 more weeks of like in season games for college football? Like this is week 8.
Mhm.
Isn't that crazy?
The season's been great. I mean, we got to call it what it is. The play has
Yeah.
been bad, but the season's been great.
Play has been absolutely terrible. What do you think about those refs? They're so bad. They're so bad.
I don't know. It seemed like they ref like they're refing a pee wee game. Like you gotta let things go just to keep the game moving. I don't.
Well, they do that, but then they find times where they just huddle and they're talking, and then they're like, "There's no flag on the play, so y'all needed 3 minutes to decide that." Like, what were y'all doing? Were y'all arguing?
Yeah.
And then if need be, somebody will just radio down and tell them where to spot the ball. Where's that person when we need them? So, anyways, the refs are absolutely terrible. So,
I mean, as a Texas fan, you should love the refs the way they cheat for y'all. But that's
they're so bad.
That's a story for another day.
They're so bad. And you know what that is? That SEC privilege. Give me that Texas privilege. Okay. That's the difference between me and other fans. I'm willing to admit I'm privileged. I get it. Okay. I know how much Texas is bringing into the sport. I know that seeing a good Texas team is really good for college football. You can love us, you can hate us, but whatever you do, you're gonna watch us. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I give you that. I give you that. I mean,
yeah. Just
y'all
wait.
Y'all the only team that get to be able to review pass interference calls. So I don't know what to say about it.
If you think for 2 seconds, if we see Georgia again in the SEC championship, if you think for 2 seconds those refs aren't going to make sure that game looks good, you've lost your mind.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You've lost your mind. But again, admit it. It's what it is. This is life. This is life.
Crazy.
You get more money. You get more money. You bring in more money. You get more privileges.
Yeah.
Okay? Welcome to the United States of America. Go vote, everyone. Anyways, so you're on. Who's your first Nebraska?
Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and do Cliff a favor and talk about Notre Dame.
Oh God, Cliff, are you here for this?
Yeah.
Oh my! Watch, he's probably not even here. The one time you're going to talk about him, he's not even here.
I might as well show them some love and talk about them, right? Notre Dame Navy, right? I think that's probably one of the. It's going to be a quality game. Honestly, I think it's more so about Notre Dame. I had it in my head, but I don't forgot. Notre Dame has started undefeated. I don't remember the last time it was, but um, I'm sorry. Yeah, Notre Dame Navy. I apologize. Navy. Uh, I think Navy's
Okay,
ranked
he's
number
here. Lay it on. Lay it on thick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Notre Dame has an opportunity to beat Navy. Navy being undefeated 6-0. Mad shout out to them. Hey, shout out to what is it? The
Shout out
midshipmen?
America. Shout out
Yeah. So
America.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm extremely excited to watch this game, and it has playoff potentials, right? I mean, if Navy wins this game, you may be looking at Navy making it to the playoffs. You know, Navy and
Mm.
Army both undefeated. Navy 6-0, Army is 7-0. So I think they still got to play each other. But I don't think a loss. I think a Navy win against Notre Dame and a loss to Army, they still may make it into the playoffs. So uh, I think it's a mad shout out to Navy and what they're putting up. I think it's a very intriguing game, and it's a rivalry too. I mean, Navy and
I
Notre Dame has played for years.
Oh, is it a rival?
Hmm.
Oh, cool. Okay, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So
I
that's my
like it.
first game. That's my first game. I think it's a big. I
I
think
like
it's a
that.
big game, especially for Notre Dame loses is over with.
Yeah, because that will give them. Well, wait. They'll give them 2 losses, and the 2 losses will be to what, FBS schools?
Yes, yes. Be
Yeah.
two
Notre
losses.
Dame is
One to a
82,
G5,
13, and 1
two
against.
G5 schools, two G5 schools.
They better not lose.
Yeah, and come on. No, okay, hold on. Wait, let me get this straight. Okay, you shouldn't be promoting 82, 13, and 1. You all became okay. See this. I thought you was a Notre Dame fan, bro.
He's triggered, everyone. He's triggered.
I was just saying when they do that though. I was just saying what generated the rivalry is when they first started playing. They have played. They have played football. I think doggone near every year since what was that 1927 or something, 26 or something.
Hmm.
They played each other. So, bro, what you talking about? Come on, Clip. I thought you was a Notre Dame fan. Obviously, in the beginning is what made it what it is. Let's be honest about it. You're a blue blood. Why? Because in the beginning, that's what y'all have done in the last 50 years. But since you're going to talk about it, I guess I can go ahead and take a crap on them. You don't even deserve to be even in the
Oh
conversation
no!
of playoffs.
Oh no!
But since you're going to do this, right? You know,
Who
since you're
lost
going to do this, right? And get on me. I'm just trying to tell you, bro. I mean, I'm trying to show y'all a little love. It ain't like y'all deserve it, but it is what it is. I think it's a big game. You know what I mean? I think playing Nate and Nate being 6-0 and playing y'all at 6-1 is a big game. Y'all, they 24, you 12. Why you just can't take the compliments and keep it rolling? Oh, my bad. I got a little emotionally charged there. But come on, bro. What were you doing, man? What were you doing, Cliff?
Oh boy!
Oh, Cliff said, yes, it is the 97 meat. I know. Oh, God. So you can't even give
All right.
people credit. It just can't give them no in case you don't know love.
That's
You know what you say? Oh, my
That's why.
God.
That's why I always tell people, I'm like, I'm gonna admit, I know who Texas is. I know who they are. I know what they are. I know what they mean to college football. Like all the things. Like I can know everything about them. It's okay. Like it's
Yeah.
okay. Like, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. I
You
don't
feel
feel
better?
it.
You let that all out. You
Yeah,
feel
I
good?
feel it. No, he kind of.
Okay.
I felt like I'm showing him some love. He kind of pushed
You
back
were
on me a
showing
bit.
love.
And
I
then he
will
like
give
he
you
would
that. You
accept the
were
love.
showing
He wouldn't
love.
even say it. You know what I'm saying? But I think, how great would it be though to see one of these military institution schools to make it to the playoffs? I think that'd be great for the game of football, and I think that's the whole reason why they came up with 12 teams. It's to allow everybody to have the opportunity to compete at the end of the season. You know, I think it's an excellent game. It matters for that purpose. That Navy beat Notre Dame straight to the playoffs.
Yeah. And in true Cliff fashion, we beat your SC schools.
How
I just,
about this?
it's so funny how you do things with like the right intentions. And then, like, isn't that funny how that happens? That just happened to me a little bit ago when I didn't even say anything and I was still accused of saying something I didn't even say. So it happens.
Oh,
So you're not exempt. So congratulations. I'm still looking for any New York Giants fan that wants to tell us what you think about Daniel Jones. So if you're here and you want to peep around and you want to give us your 2 cents about Daniel Jones, just put it in the comment section. I will very happily post it for you. Rawhide would be very curious to know how you all are feeling about Daniel Jones. So if you have that, just post it. So my team is going to be the Eagles and the Bengals.
Whoa, NFL.
Yeah. I feel like every time I do this, I usually have 2 NFL and 1 college. But I'm saving my college game because I want to see if you pick them. I have the Bengals and the Eagles because I think this is like interesting. They're like the Eagles are trailing the Commanders right now because the Commanders decided to play football and they look great, whatever. But now their quarterback is hurt. So that's a whole different conversation for a different day. But even Cincinnati, they're behind us and the Ravens. So they also are kind of in this like weird situation where they kind of have to figure out what they're doing. And I think this is going to sound kind of ridiculous. I think both teams are playing really good football, which is weird saying that because their records don't indicate it. But the Eagles I've seen the past 2 weeks is way better than the Eagles that I saw when they started the season. So let me differentiate, because the Eagles at the beginning of the season, they were bad. These Eagles, again, they did play the Giants. So, take it or leave it. But these Eagles look better. They look like they can move the ball. They look like they want to play defense. And this Bengals team looks a lot better than where they started. So I'm just kind of curious to see how this matchup goes and who wins and what does it look like. Say Dallas, you
got
stuff.
Frozen? I didn't hear you. Yeah, you were. What was the last part you said?
I was going to say I was just going to say with Dallas, we don't ever know what Dallas is going to do, but with the Commanders playing so well, it puts them in like a weird position. So hopefully I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
I'm still freezing.
Yeah, you're back. I like this game too. Actually, they were on my list. I like this game too, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think Philadelphia got unfairly judged at the beginning of the season. They're missing both their star wide receivers.
Their Hall of Fame center just retired.
Yeah, they just retired. They they just lost a tight end, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I think they were unfairly judged in the beginning. Which, I mean, like Bill Parcells said, I mean, you are what your records say you are. But I think in this situation here, I think they're a better team than what they showed at the beginning of the season. And you touched on, I mean, 4-2 right now, they're looking a lot better. I agree.
Yeah, and I think the Bengals too. I feel like at first I was like, what are you guys doing? And to be honest, the Bengals should have beat the Ravens a few weeks ago when they played, but Joe Burrow decided to throw the ball to the other team. Nothing you can do about that. I mean, so they were in the game, and then Joe Burrow was like, actually, no, I don't really want to win. I'll just throw it to them. So if they win that game, so again, I think Cincy is playing really good football right now. Now, I don't know what that will mean or what it will equate to, but I love what they're doing right now. And I think those are 2 teams that I think have the opportunity to do something interesting for the next like few weeks or so. So that's my first.
Let me say this on that Bengals point. If Bengals fix this, they slide into the playoffs, and let's say they're I guess it'd be a 7th seed. How many teams now? Is it how many teams
7.
is it now? It's 7. Let's say they're a 7th seed, right? If I was a 1,
I wouldn't want to play them.
I wouldn't want to be a 1 because the 1 gets to bye. Cincinnati beats that in the wild card game, then they would have to play the 1.
Yeah.
I would try to maneuver where I wouldn't have to see them.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is because they have all the pieces. No one will argue they don't have all the pieces. It's just, can they get it going? That's always the thing with them. And once they get it going, you've seen it. It looks fantastic. It's just, can they get it going? Yeah. I don't know, but I'm just very interested to see, because I think the Eagles are very similar right now. I think they're in a similar situation where they're just kind of like, they're not awful. They just, there's just so many things happening. You had to replace literally 2 captains, 1 on offense, 1 on defense. Your whole offensive line got scrambled because of it. It's just new. It's different. It's Philly. Everyone's on the coach. Like there's all these different dynamics. So I'm just curious to see like what they look like. And I think it's going to be a good game. So anyways, that's my pick.
Oh, all right then. Well, I guess I'll go to my second pick. I might as well keep it in college football. Missouri, Alabama. Okay. Uh, why is this a quality game? Because Alabama needs this win worse than anybody in college football.
I agree.
Um, they lose this game against Missouri. He ain't gonna get fired, but he's gonna want to get fired. They already calling for his head now. I mean,
Yep.
they already calling for his head. He has to win this game, and he's playing a team that could beat them. And when I talk about could, I'm not even though they still 13.5 points favored. But what I mean by could, I ain't even talking about like,
Alabama
oh,
is
yeah, 13.5.
okay.
I'm not even talking about like, oh yeah, if anything happens, is it possible? No, I'm talking about. I think the probability is kind of high that they may drop this game. It's a scary football game for the Alabama and Crimson Tide and their fans. You don't know what you're going to see. Are you going to see Georgia? Let's be. I hate to do it. Oh my God, I don't want to do this. I really don't, but I'm going to. They are. I want to use a comparison with Colorado,
Oh hell.
but I do not want y'all to think there's levels to this. Okay, they are absolutely not Colorado, and the Colorado's not them. But what I'm saying though is Colorado's so week to week, you don't know what you're going to get. Alabama is exactly the same thing. You don't know if you're going to
Yeah,
get
that's fair.
you don't you don't know if you're going to get the Georgia performance or the Vanderbilt performance.
It's fair. Yeah.
And it kind of looked like they stuck on the Vanderbilt performance for the last few games. So you don't really know what you're going to get from them. I mean, it's a toss up. They 13.5 point favorites, which I think is still kind of high for the Missouri game. That's just off a name, 13.5. It cannot be off a play. It
Yeah.
can't possibly be off a play. So
Because
if
their
they
defense
lost,
is just not great right now.
exactly.
It's just not.
Right. Exactly. I mean, if Missouri end up beating them, is you surprised by that? I mean, are you really surprised by that?
Mm-mm.
You can't be, because that's how they've been playing. So yeah, this is a make or break game for Alabama. Raw going to trigger somebody. Well, the problem is
Yeah.
I say Colorado and Alabama eerily similar. Then they'll say, oh, Raw, I think Colorado's on the same level. That's not what I'm saying at
Yeah.
all.
No.
You know what I mean? So I hope I explained it well enough where people can understand what I mean by that. They just hit and miss.
You don't know what you're gonna get. You just
You
don't
just don't know
know.
what you're gonna get.
You just
You
don't know.
absolutely
Yeah.
don't know what you're gonna get.
But what makes it worse is really they've been bad since the second half of the Georgia game. So it's like the second half of the Georgia game, and then every game they've played after that have been really bad.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, what is going on? And when I say bad, what I mean is like they can't tackle. Like I'm not talking about like I don't know the ins and outs of Alabama and all the stuff, but like I know if you can and can't tackle. Like that's kind of obvious. They can't tackle.
If you don't practice it, it does not matter. And I'm not even saying they don't practice it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you don't practice it, it don't care. It don't matter if you got a team full of 5 stars. If you practice soft, you're gonna be soft.
You're gonna be soft. Yep.
You're gonna be soft.
I listen, trust
Right.
me. I know all about it.
Yeah.
I know all about it.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. You have to practice being tough. And I don't know if Kellen DeBoer went to Alabama and he brought over that old stupid Pac-12 philosophy, and that's the way they look. Because let's be honest about it, they kind of look like a Pac-12 team.
Yeah, they do. And you know what else is bad? So I don't even know where that defensive coordinator is from. I can't remember where he's from.
I think
Georgia
State. Is it Georgia State? Georgia.
I don't know,
Southern,
but
Georgia
like
State,
out of all the people that you could have hired to come to Alabama and coach a defense, like that's gonna be like I don't know. Listen, I don't know what's going on in Alabama, but I know those fans are ready to let him have it if they lose this game to Missouri. So, and I'll just be on the sidelines just listening.
Oh yeah.
They're pissed. They are pissed off. So I don't know. And what's crazy, didn't they almost lose to South Carolina?
Yeah, they should have lost. They should have lost that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because of what they did. It was because of what South Carolina didn't do. That's what.
Yeah,
it
the
meant
stupid
by
quarterback. That's right.
Right. He lost his mind.
Yeah.
So
that's terrible. I'm gonna stick to college, and I'm gonna go LSU A&M.
Really?
Yeah, and so the reason why there's a couple of reasons why I'm fascinated with this game. I picked LSU and Texas A&M at the very beginning of the season to be two teams that I thought would play spoiler. And the reason why I did that is because they are two teams that nobody really was talking about, because everybody was talking about like the SEC and Ole Miss, and now Missouri's turning the corner, right? And so nobody was really talking about LSU or Texas A&M. Then, as I've watched them play sparingly, admittedly, I've watched more LSU than I have Texas A&M. Now I'm just kind of curious to see what they look like when they play each other. I'm interested to see if one team is better. I'm curious to see if one team, I'm just curious to see what this football game is going to look like, because I think it's going to be a good one. I just think it's going to be a good game, because what LSU has shown me is that they're not going to give up and they believe they can win. Cool. But then they're going to A&M. It's hard to play, no matter what I think about them. It's hard to play there. And so there's this interesting dynamic where I feel like something about this game to me means something. And maybe it doesn't mean anything like this weekend, right? Like maybe the loser or the winner, it won't mean anything this week. They'll just have one. But I feel like week 10, 11, 12, maybe this game is going to be one of those games where well, so-and-so beat so-and-so. So, because you know how it happens, at the very end, you kind of go back and you look and you're like, this is where it happened because they hold the tiebreaker or whatever. So I think both teams are playing well. I'm very interested to see. It's an SEC clash. Both teams need to win. And I'm just excited. I'm just excited to see what happens and what it looks like. So.
Oh, okay. I agree. I think it's a good game.
Did I shock you with that one?
Yeah, you did. You did kind of shock me with that one. You kind of shocked me with that one, because a lot of people, that used to be LSU. LSU Texas A&M used to be the rivalry game. So that was the Friday game, right? So, and I'm kind of familiar with A&M. I'll say this. Go ahead and mess with you a little bit. I mean, and really, A&M should be the big dog in Texas over UT, but that's also another story for another day. But
nobody wants to go to College Station and live.
Yeah, I know. If they didn't have the milkmen as cheerleaders,
if they didn't have the men cheerleaders.
If they didn't do that, it'd been better. I'm good. Listen, I ain't got.
It is what it is. It's their tradition. Yeah, exactly. It's their tradition.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? But it's like milkmen. Like the milkmen used to deliver milk back in the day. But
they're weird.
But anyway, yeah, it is weird. But Texas A&M has been recruiting in the last few years better than they ever had since the inception of the team.
Facts.
So it ain't like they don't have talent to beat anybody on their schedule, that's why I'm surprised they lost to sorry Notre Dame, but they did. That was weird, but that's neither here nor. Oh, it was the new coach for his game. That's why they won.
It was the new.
That's why they lost.
You see what I'm saying? And they probably cheated him a couple calls or something like
that.
Yeah,
that's what it was. That's what it was. But
semantics.
Yeah, I think it's going. Oh yeah, I think it's going to be a good. I think it's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think that Missouri win too helps A&M feel like they're here. We can do this. Who cares about those guys?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That was a great game you picked. I'm surprised you picked that. Actually, I'm impressed by that pick.
Am I showing my football acumen?
Yeah, I like that.
How invested I am. Yeah, see, I take this show very serious, Rahad. I do my research. I plan it for a few hours. I have a whole, spreadsheet.
That was a good pick. I gotta give you that. That was a good pick. Most people wouldn't have picked that. I'm just saying, most people that's in our environment in here, they don't.
Well, because they don't really watch football; they watch highlights. So, anyways, they watch highlights and look at stats. And anyways.
Okay. All right.
Your
I guess
turn.
you were looking for my third.
Ellen is here. Hey, Ellen.
Yeah. What's up, boo? What's up?
Wait, is this your third already?
Yeah, I picked. Missouri. I picked Missouri and Notre Dame. Two games.
You're right.
Missouri, Alabama.
I'm just having so much fun.
Well, I did kind of speed up the dialogue since I wasted so much of the time in the beginning, but I apologize for that. But
stop apologizing, Jades.
People feel so. I ain't gonna get into that.
It's so funny. You never apologize. I don't ever hear it, and then you come on the show with us, and you're like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I'm like, apologize to me when I'm in the chat listening to a bunch of crap. Apologize
Hey,
to me
listen.
then. Don't
I'm just trying to keep the space safe. That's it. I'm just
okay.
trying to keep
Listen,
the space
nothing about this space is safe, okay? Nothing about this space is safe. I'm
safe.
concerned. I feel like I need to could like ask the audience who you're voting for and why. And do you know how to set? You know what? I'm not going to say it. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah,
You're
there
on.
you go. All right, all right. My other game is the Packers and Jaguars.
Ooh,
I think this is
interesting.
I think this is a coach killing. I think this is a coach killing game. Jacksonville, which God, I should have talked about that on Philadelphia when you mentioned it, but we'll talk about it a different day. But Jacksonville, I think that coach is on the hot seat, even though he won a Super Bowl at Philadelphia,
Interesting. You
and
do.
yeah, I think he's on the hot seat. And Jacksonville is 2-5 right now, and they got the Packers at 5-2. I think the Packers beat them and beat them handedly. This is probably his last season in Jacksonville because there's really no reason for Jacksonville to be even this bad. They were a
They're pretty
playoff
bad.
team, right? So my question is it aside from the coaching, is their quarterback, is he not who we thought he was or is? And we talked about Trevor Lawrence. Is
Trevor
Trevor Lawrence
Lawrence.
not the guy that everybody thought he was going to be?
I have a theory that I think that the way that we used to see quarterbacks is changing. And I think Trevor Lawrence is on the evolution side of the change. Like I feel like the way that we wanted quarterbacks was we wanted the Peyton Mannings and the Tom Brady's and the Ben Roethlisbergers and the big arms and like I think now quarterbacks, this kind of goes to your point that you always make with quarterbacks not being as important and not needing as much money. They need to manage the game very well. Don't screw it up for your team, Trevor Lawrence. Don't screw it up, but do things that make sense. So take the 5-yard check down. You know, take like if you're going back and you're spinning and the screen isn't there, throw the ball in the dirt. We don't do
Mm-hmm.
that anymore. And
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know. And Tom Brady has been saying this, like the quarterback play to me is just so bad that I don't even know how to evaluate them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
It
think
is
that
bad.
and then I think Patrick Mahomes, this isn't Patrick Mahomes' fault. So like everybody hear what I'm gonna say and like let's not overreact. Patrick Mahomes ruined teams' assessment of how they look at their football teams. I feel like everyone's trying to find the next Patrick Mahomes. And in doing that, you're missing the other positions on the football team that could make you great. And that's what I think a lot of teams are doing. I think Trevor Lawrence is one of those where people wanted him to be the next blah, but he's ended up being the next, like, they're paying that man $200+ million, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And he sucks. I'm just going to call it like it is. He sucks. He's bad.
Oh,
Like, and I always say, I don't talk about college players. I don't call them trash or whatever. I don't believe in that because they're in college. When you're in NFL and you're bad, you get it. You suck. Period. Like, it's terrible. Like, you suck. He sucks right now. So I don't know. I don't know if it's coaching, if maybe, I don't know. He just doesn't look good. The whole team, honestly, is just like,
yeah.
can they
I
give up
agree.
a couple of people? Because it's just bad.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I don't know what to say about him. I'm surprised about Jacksonville looking like this. I think when we did the show before the season started, that I had Jacksonville as a playoff team. Because I think I even pushed back. You told me something, and I pushed back against it about another team, and I mentioned Jacksonville, and I was dead dog wrong about Jacksonville. They are not good.
They're not good. Yeah.
No.
No, I knew. I was like, because I think my pushback to you was, who are you going to put them in over? Like, who are you going to bump out to add them? And the answer is nobody, because they're just not good. So, and I think it's an interesting point that you bring up about the coaching. Maybe we should do, like, once we get to like week 10 or 11, have that conversation of like, just looking like who was kind of like struggling a little bit here. Rick is in the building. He says Kansas City's going to three-peat, but then I also want to bring up his other comment with he said Indiana got the revenge back from Nebraska for whooping Colorado. So we're happy for you, Rick.
Yeah.
Shout out
really
to Indiana.
Yeah. Shout out to Rick, rapper extraordinaire. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah,
When
yeah.
are you
And
gonna
look,
have one of those? When are you gonna have another one of those? Like
huh? What? What you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about.
one of those like midnight hour grinding it out. It gets
Oh
loose. People come
my
out
god.
hating
Oh
each
my
other.
god.
I play
Oh my
therapist in the chat.
oh
When are we
my
gonna have one
god.
of
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know.
those?
That one was so organic. I don't even know that one can be
No,
replicated.
but it
You know what I'm
happened
saying?
twice.
Yeah, it did happen. It went back
It
to back,
happened
didn't
twice.
it? Hey,
Yeah.
Rose Day said I just rewatched it last night. I know. Yeah, I know. I tell you, people were out their mind that night. But they keep people's out their mind. But just the point on Jacksonville, though. I mean, they lost to Cleveland.
Cleveland is so
I mean,
bad. No, I know.
Cleveland.
You know what? It's kind of interesting to see. I'm sorry that I did not start here. Shout out to me for my Rams take about Shador Sanders. I'm just as long as that stays alive and I see that it's viable, I'm gonna keep it going. But also, it's interesting to see, it's gonna be interesting to see like who's at the bottom of this. Because a lot of these teams, in my opinion, they just aren't like Jacksonville's not good. The Rams are not good. Cleveland is not good. The Titans are not good. Who else?
Yeah.
Miami looks like shit. There's just a lot of teams where I'm like, y'all are so bad.
hmm You are you are 100% right. You are
So
one. I, hey, he could end up. I'm telling you, Shador
it's
Sanders
just
may be the
bad.
Cleveland Browns quarterback next season.
The problem though is do you think Cleveland is even smart enough to realize, like they don't even make good decisions. So like I don't know. And I don't want to sit up here and bash Cleveland because I could do that all night because there's a lot of things they do. Because if you look at their team on paper, you would think they're one of the top teams, but then when you watch them, you're like, what is this? I think
Mhm.
their coach is on the hot seat. I think he needs to be careful.
It's hard to blame him though how bad that Deshaun Watson has been playing. I'm gonna say something
But
controversial about
no,
that.
but Rawhide. Okay, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead. What you were about to say.
Have you seen there's a couple of things that is wrong with the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson's gone and that's fine. But have you seen that offensive line? Like I know the Steelers don't have a great offensive line. I know we are 100 times better than Cleveland's offensive line. Have you seen
Yeah, and I'm
that?
surprised by that because they generally are pretty good.
It's bad. First. Second
Yeah.
of all, have you seen some of the coaching decisions and some of the play calling he's doing?
What do you do when your quarterback can't hit the broadside of a barn?
But even on defense, like he like just collectively, even like so here's the other thing I know for a fact when it comes to football. And I don't know if it happens in other sports, maybe it does, I don't know. But I just know football because I'm obviously very immersed in football, Twitter, and stuff like that. When your fan base starts going in on the coach for the second straight year, it doesn't look good.
Mm.
And the Browns fans are even saying, has Deshaun Watson been great? Well, no. But what are they doing? And when your fan base starts to question like what you're doing, like what you're like, I don't know why that offensive line is bad. I can't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know if they got rid of a coach. I don't know if they don't have a coach. I don't know if they just don't care. I don't know what's going on with them.
Mhm. Yeah,
But
yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, I guess I'll go ahead and say the
oh yeah, say it.
controversial thing. I am mm, for his health and everything. Obviously, right. The obvious thing we feel bad for Deshaun Watson. Obviously, right. Obviously, okay.
Obviously.
But the effects of him getting hurt, I'm kind of happy about it. I'm
Because
just
it takes him out of the
just
conversation.
and I don't know if he'll be back. I saw an article. I didn't read it about contract and him being hurt, so I wanted to read it to get in depth on it because apparently there's something that can go on there. But I'm also kind of feel like I'm glad it's over.
He first and foremost, if you're on Twitter, let me tell you what you need to do. If you're on Twitter and the Browns are about to lose or have already lost, hashtag Browns thank me later. Just read the comments, okay? Just go have fun and go read the comments. Just hashtag Browns head to Twitter, okay? Like that's all you got to do, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is they are so bad. At this point, I think a lot of guys are going to start making business decisions, because not only did you just lose your quarterback who wasn't playing well, your offensive line is not playing well. It's just not. That you can't stop it. It's just not. Deshaun Watson had to step out of a huddle, so he didn't get a 12-man on the field penalty. So who's counting? But then you let go of Cooper, right? So now even like your quarterback is gone. Now you've let go of your receiver. I don't know where the hell the Steelers are at with their receiver. Like, shame on them, Pittsburgh Steelers. Get your crap together. Anyways, so it's like they're slowly it's like a yard sale. Like, somebody come and take Myles Garrett, please, out of the AFC North. I would appreciate it. Take him. Detroit. Hello.
Yeah. That's what they need to do. Yeah, that's what they need to do.
Go get him, Tiger. Like, go get him. Like, so I don't know. I just think it's a mess. And I think that the Cleveland Browns are a mess. I think the Jaguars are a mess. I think the Tennessee Titans are a mess. So, I mean, it's a fire sale. Go get them.
Yeah, they need to do that. Yeah, they need to. And if the Browns were smart, that's what they do. They'll just go ahead and start all over. Just start over.
But how many, like, they are really, really just not it. So, there's somebody else that's
what's bad about it. They went to the playoffs last year. That's what's crazy.
That's what's
crazy. They literally went to the playoffs last year. But I get it, though. I get it.
But so did we, and we really weren't that good. So I mean,
I get it. And again, I'm not happy that Deshaun is hurt. He ain't.
You're
happy.
Just happy that he can get removed out of the equation. So now when they talk about the Browns, they don't have to talk about Deshaun.
Yeah, he's miserable. Yeah, and
he needs to go get rubbed out. I mean, it's the only thing that will help him. Just go get rubbed out, Deshaun. Deshaun Watson, if you're listening, just call her, bro. Whoever she is, just do what you gotta do. Whatever makes you happy. Who am I to judge? Go take care of that, bro. So, anyways,
I ain't even mad at it.
I'm not either. That's what I'm saying. Go call her. Go call her. Put her to work. 230 guaranteed. Go call her. Yeah. Go call her. Hell, go call her. Y'all do y'all. Y'all do adult things. Go take care of it. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. The other thing is, I haven't picked my third game. But look, Neckbone, I got a compliment. I take this very seriously, Neckbone. I really do take this seriously. That's the funny part. So my other team, which I don't know if it's going to surprise you or not, is going to be the Bears and Commanders. And isn't it funny that, remember earlier in the season, I was like, ha, 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 the Giants play the Commanders this week. Nobody cares about that. Do you remember that in like week 2? So now here we are, week 8, and this game is actually interesting because the Commanders are leading in the division. Their quarterback just got hurt, so now we have Marcus Mariota. Although I haven't looked at the injury report, so I don't know if he's going to come back and play. I don't know, but
he didn't practice today.
That Commanders defense is serious. Like, they're putting pressure on the quarterback, and they look hungry. Like, I'm not saying they're good, because you got to kind of be careful with your words, right, when you talk about these teams. But I like what the Commanders are doing. So that's one side of this, and they're leading the division. The other side of this is where it actually gets really interesting, is because you have the Chicago Bears, who are last in their division, but everybody in that division has a winning record. So yes, they're last, and yes, Chicago as an organization, I almost said Colorado as an organization sucks. Freudian slip. So yes, the Chicago as an organization sucks, and you can choose not to believe in all those things, and you wouldn't be wrong in that assumption. But this is actually an interesting game, because what if the Bears have something figured out. What if? I'm not saying that they're going to win that division, but if all four of those teams are able to kind of challenge each other, it makes that division very interesting to me, because everybody they're like the AFC North used to be when Cleveland Browns could play football. It's like everybody's beating everybody, and then at the end of the game or at the end of the season, you go and like spot out who's going to be. So I'm curious to see how the Commanders defense plays against the Bears offense. So I'm just curious to see how they look, because the other thing is I don't think Dallas is very good. And I picked the Eagles also. So depending on what the Eagles do, like because Dallas plays the 49ers and the Eagles play the Bengals, if they lose those two games and the Commanders win this game, they're going to be like in a really great spot and for the NFC East. And who the hell saw that coming? Like, did you see the Commanders even being, well, we knew they were better than the Giants, but did you see them being like better than the Cowboys? Because I don't think the Cowboys are very good. Do you think the Cowboys are good?
No, I don't think the Cowboys are very good. I think Washington is better than the Bears, but neither team really has beat anybody. I guess the Washington's best win is Cincinnati. The Bears' best win is Jacksonville. No,
No.
yeah, I think it's Jacksonville. Yeah, because Jacksonville is what?
Let me look.
They lost 2 games. Well, here I can just tell you who the Bears has beat.
Okay.
This is who the Bears. I'll just tell you who they didn't beat. Tennessee. Okay. I think Tennessee got what, 2 wins or 1 win?
Oh yeah, because the quarterback literally threw the ball to the Bears all day. Yeah.
Okay, so the Bears has beat Tennessee. They have beat the Bears has beat the Rams. How many wins Rams got? 2?
They're not good either.
They beat Carolina.
They're not good.
And Jacksonville.
But you know what? Look at the Bears' schedule, though. I think the Bears might have one of the easiest schedules. Does their schedule ever get hard until they play their division games?
Well, the division games, obviously, but
do they ever play anybody that's good? Because I think they're playing
outside of the division.
Yeah.
If you're gonna call Seattle, I guess you can call Seattle.
So they're playing all the last place or the third place teams from last year. So their schedule probably isn't going to get.
Yeah, they got hard. San Francisco also. They got San Francisco also.
Spoiler, told you they were a joke.
Yeah. So I think they have. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think they have more wins than the combined wins of the teams they play. Now, granted, I'm pushing a lot, but yeah. But yeah, they ain't beat nobody. They beat me and you.
Well, let me tell you something, honey. I'm a tough out. So.
I like how you put that. You say you a tough out. I feel you on that, though. I like it.
If I go down, I'm going down swinging, okay?
I like that. I like that. She a tough out. Oh, I heard that. Respect. Hey, I respect that. I respect it. You said she a tough out.
I mean, don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted, okay? Don't let this fool you, okay?
I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'll leave that one right there.
Don't let my intellect fool you.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! Nobody will even understand. Okay, you know what?
God.
We get it. Right we understand it. So I'll just let it be. It's gonna be. So,
oh my god.
So, anyways, as I was saying, so yeah, and that's the thing too, is like sometimes that's the beauty of the NFL, right? It's like the worst teams last year now have the easier schedules this year, so they have an easier path. And then when they get to games and they lose to a tough game, they still have more wins than everybody else because their schedule's easier. So
you're right. So, you're right.
Now you're still laughing at me.
Oh no, you good. You good.
So I Speak is very upset with you because he needs a good 10-hour live. Okay. Not these 45-minute lives.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. The last live I did, not the most recent one. The one that I accidentally, let me apologize for that. I accidentally killed the live. I didn't do that on purpose. That
Oh,
may have went a while. Now that one may have went a while, but uh,
the one you
yeah,
accidentally ended.
yeah. You know me. I don't know what I'm doing, so I messed up. Hey, we just talking, and they say, but that ain't what y'all here for. The tough out though, I like that though. I like that. I didn't even know they made tough outs out like in the 90210
Here it
area.
comes.
They did
Here
that.
it
I didn't even
comes.
know they
Here
did
it
that.
comes.
I didn't even know they did that.
Here it
That's
comes.
news to me. That's
See?
news. That's
See?
good. That's
You're
good. That's
getting
good.
fooled. Don't let the
No, I'm
facade
just saying.
fool
That's
you.
cool. That's
Don't let the
cool.
facade fool you.
Oh
I
my
have a
god,
lot of
that was funny.
secrets that I would never tell. So
Oh my god.
don't let it fool
Oh
you.
my god. Oh
Don't
my
be
god.
fooled. So let
Tough
me go
out.
back through to some of these comments because I like when I do this. Well, sometimes I like it. Sometimes I'm gonna be honest, I don't like it because I'm like, oh man, conversation. 250,000 fine for throwing water bottles in the end zone. Yeah, who cares? University of Texas, like nobody cares. I bet a booster paid that in 2 seconds. Booster probably asked for the invoice and took care of that pretty immediately.
Probably so.
So, are you sensing an upset? Oh, Ohio State, Nebraska. I don't think Nebraska stands a chance of upsetting Ohio State. What do you think?
Nope. No. Ohio State gonna beat them like they stole something, probably. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen.
And then there's the Steelers want Cup, but he's too expensive. Um, they could afford him. They could afford him if they wanted him. They could afford him. He would fit in the cap because we haven't paid anybody yet. So nobody has those contracts, like obviously, listen, anytime I say anything about the Steelers, just know that TJ Watt is baked in, right? Like I don't have to tell anybody that TJ Watt is our best player, our highest paid or anything, right? Like, well, like that's understood. He's getting paid fine. But what I'm saying is most teams have like 3 or 4 guys that are already making a ton of money. We don't have that. So we just have TJ Watt right now. So
I don't
but
even know if Cup helps you all.
I don't like it, but I would prefer at this point what I feel like we're doing. To be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
I don't either.
It feels like we're gonna try to get like a Mike Williams or like somebody that's like can do it, but it's not great.
Yeah, y'all need an off schedule guy. That's what y'all need. I don't think a Cup helps you all that much. You need a guy
I don't either.
who makes people right, who can makes quarterback right. I don't know if Cup is that
And
guy.
I don't like guys that come from LA.
I thought you was born and raised in the 90210 area. What are you talking about?
I need you to be a little gritty about you.
What are you talking about?
I need you to have a little edge. I need you to come play the Steelers and have a little edge, please. Like I need to think because the thing about the Steelers is we're gonna fight. We will be in a fight at some point. We're gonna fight somebody. We're gonna do something aggressive. That's who we are. That's what we do. That's who we are. I do not want to look up and see Cooper Kupp not fighting. Like I need to know. I need a guy that's gonna get in there. And when somebody pushes Najee or when something happens with somebody, our guys are going to fight. Like, period. Whether you like us or not, we're going to get down and dirty and gritty with you. If you're going in the dirt, we're going down there with you. I don't know if Cup is going to do that. I need you to get in there. That's all I'm saying. I need you to take a big hit and get your ass up. So anyways, and then the other thing is, yes, please somebody come and take Myles Garrett for the Browns. I don't care what you have to do. I don't care how much you have to pay. Go get him. He's a great asset. He will be fantastic for somebody to have on your team. So please make me happy and go get him. So that is it. We are why? Bless his heart. So I don't know. Bless his heart. And then everybody is asking for a 12-hour show. Well, I have something to pitch. And if you do this, everybody will owe me a huge thank you. Is bye week is coming up after this week. And usually when there's a bye week, there's kind of like a lull. So just saying. To be fair, it's hard to be on a live that long because you're tied to it. Like if you could kind of walk away and kind of do whatever, but like you can't. So it's hard. So I understand it's hard. See, Braska got me. He understood. Everybody else got triggered. He got me.
Yeah.
That's why Shador will work in LA. So, anyways, anything else you want to say? Oh shit, that was a joke. It was a joke. Jesus Christ. Can't make jokes anymore. Can't make jokes anymore. Everyone's like, oh my God. I'm totally kidding. I actually am kidding. I actually think the Rams are just a really good fit for him. So, and I want to see him play for like 15, 16 seasons.
Stand on it. Stand on that.
It wasn't, I was joking. Do you not remember the one time we had the whole conversation about if he's soft and if he's not soft? You don't remember that conversation? No.
Stand on it.
I want him to go to the Rams. I don't think he's soft. I think he plays with some guys that are soft, but I don't think he's soft.
You don't think he's soft?
I don't think he's soft.
You know? Oh, I thought you just said it was Tisha Sharman.
No, Shador.
Oh, I thought what you just said that his name ain't Shador Sharman.
No, shut up. No, I don't think Shador's soft, because any guy that's going to take 50 hits and still continue to get up and play football and try to throw the football, I don't think you're soft. And like, he didn't even want to come out of the game where his back was broke. Like he didn't even want to, he wanted to keep playing, but he just knew he actually couldn't. He's fine. He's fine. But it is kind of funny that he said his back was broke. I
mean, it's okay. It's okay.
About soft back breaking, it's all loose here. Anyways, anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to end on? And there's two calls that I made that I was like, if this hits, I'm never going to shut it up. If Shador goes to the Rams,
because he's soft.
Shut up. And what was the second one? You just threw me off. Oh, if the Falcons win the NFC South.
Oh, who in the NFC South?
Falcons.
I mean,
but I called it in December whenever I was like, they're not.
I mean.
Wait, what is Nicole saying? She's telling me to read her comment. What does she say? Rahide, stream in the Discord after this. I gotta cut you out.
I'm absolutely not gonna do that. Because
can you come in here so I can cuss you out, please?
I'm sorry. There are some adult things I have to take care of after this. I apologize.
That is so funny. That's actually really funny.
No. Smash shout out to Nicole. See, she be keeping me in line. I ain't gonna lie, Nicole. I would if I could. I just can't.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll end this here. You get last word. I always feel like I talk more than you, so you get the last word.
No, you don't. My last words is I appreciate everything you do. Hey, I like your comments. I mean, I get it. I like your eval on some quarterbacks, right? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
So do you think he's soft?
Oh, I that's the first I heard of that. I'm just surprised.
You are so full of crap right now. You are so full of crap. You think he's
soft?
He ain't. No, he
ain't. No, he ain't.
I don't think so either. Oh, and by the way, the Raiders is the other team that sucks. Remember how we were like going through and listing all the teams that are bad?
Yeah.
The Raiders.
We kind of knew they were going to be bad, though. We knew they were going to be bad. Yeah, we kind of knew that.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, we will see you all next week. Hopefully, I'll have my hair braided. Spoiler, I won't. So we'll just keep it. It needs to breathe. It needs to relax.
Hey, yeah. We gonna ignore that what you did earlier today. That flicking.
What I do?
That flicking.
It moves. It like when I have braids, it stays. It's like if I put it here, it's like this flows.
Oh my God! Y'all see it? You see what you're doing? Y'all see it? You know.
Anyway,
flex on them.
We'll see. Oh gosh, see now you're getting me out of character. Let me get focused. Let me be a professional woman. Anyways, we'll see all of you all somewhere, someplace. If you haven't already, make sure that if you want to join the Discord, click join. Add the Discord link your Discord to your YouTube, and it gets you in there. If you're somebody who was going to watch this on the playback, you can still join. We don't have to be live. And secondly, if you're somebody that has paid and your month to month, your subscription might have ended, so you might need to re-up, and that is why you no longer have access to the Discord. So you are welcome for me doing that for you.
Man, you do it so well, though. You do it so
Bye, everyone.
well. Oh.